Okay, so we are live. Say hello to YouTube. Today, I'm here with Thiago, Camila, Charles, Fernanda, and Jeffrey. We're gonna discuss a little about how do we feel about other people's opinions on our lives, our actions, you know. So I'd like you, Camila, to introduce yourself, please.
Hello. Okay, so my name is Camila. What can I say about myself? I don't know.
Your work, where do you live?
Oh, okay. I live in São Paulo and I work as a secretary. I have 2 kids and that's it.
Okay, so nice meeting you. How about you, Fernanda?
Good afternoon, guys. My name is Fernanda. I am a student. I have 18 years old and I study technology, you know. I am in the college.
So we have a lot of technology people, not exactly in this room, but on TNT, I always meet people who study or work with technology. So English is a great way to improve your career, you know. How about you, Jeffrey? Can you talk a little about yourself?
My name is Jeffrey. I'm a Portuguese teacher. I've been living in Salvador, Bahia since 20 years.
That's a long time. I live in Bahia.
I'm from Teresina, Piauí.
Oh, it's nice to have you here. I hope you enjoy today's conversation. How about you, Thiago?
Hi, everyone. My name is Thiago. I live in São José dos Campos, countryside of São Paulo. I have 40 years old. I have just 1 kid. I'm married. My main goal to be here is to freshen up my English. I'm a former logistics and nowadays I'm studying IT. That's it.
Okay. Thanks for sharing. And last but not least, Charles, please.
Thank you, Sarah. Hello, everyone. My name is Charles Lopez, 42 years, married, 2 beautiful daughters. I was born in Brazil a long time ago, but currently I live in Santarém City, north of Brazil, Pará State's Amazon region. My profession is agricultural engineer. Nowadays, I work as a satellite measures analyst in the governmental office, environmental area. That's it. That's all. Good afternoon for everyone.
Nice to see you here again. I've been with you in some meetings, right? So we had some fun, and today we're gonna do it again. I'm gonna start by reading the first question. And as usual, I'd like you to answer after me, so you can choose someone to answer after you, okay? So the first question is, do you care about what other people say about you? For me, I'd say yes. I think it's really, really hard to not care, to be completely forgot, to not be aware about what other people are saying, because it's part of your life. You don't live alone, right? You have a family, you have friends, you are always surrounded by other people, so their opinion matter, at least for me. Like, not on the small things like what I'm gonna wear, but about the big decisions, like, oh, I'm not working, should I be doing something better with my life, because I see other people's lives, you know, this makes me to compare, to think more about my life. And I think, especially when it comes to family, it's really difficult to not care, to just live your life whatever you want, you know. What do you think, Camila?
Okay. I think it depends on the moment, because sometimes I feel more vulnerable. So on these times, I think I do care. But sometimes I feel more confident about myself and about who I am. So I don't care. But there are two important people in my life, three actually, my husband and my parents. I think I will always care about what they think about me because I want to make them proud of who I am. That's it.
Yeah, that's perfect. Can you choose the next person?
Yeah, go ahead, Jeffrey.
Sometimes I care about I care about what the people say, especially my family, my wife. My wife, if criticize me, I feel worried about it. Sometimes it happens. That's it.
Family, it's a big part of our life, so it makes sense for us to worry about what they think, what they say about us. I totally understand what you mean. Can you choose someone to answer the question now? I can choose if you want. Fernanda, please.
Yes, sometimes, but depends of what people are saying about me, because if people are saying things that are a lie, I don't care.
Yeah, but the lie can be something that will make you look bad for your family, your friends. I don't know. Even though it's a lie, I care a lot. I'd say. How about you, Thiago?
Depends on the manner, depends on the people. Generally, I don't give two hoots. That's it.
Yeah, just move on with your life.
Yeah, no problem.
I wish I was like you. I were like you. How about you, Charles?
Oh, like the others said, it depends. I used to don't pay attention, don't care. When one person talk or said or say something bad about my person, but if two people talk about me, maybe I start to pay attention. And if three people talk about me, yes, I worry about it because maybe I'm doing something wrong. I used to do this because sometimes what the other people talk about you maybe show you how is your behavior in the society. So it's depend. But I don't care. In general, I don't care. And if was a isolate conversation, definitively I don't care. All right, that's it, I guess.
Yeah, I really liked your answer because it's interesting the way you what you shared because sometimes I'm just like you. Three people maybe they have something they have a point, because I might not pay attention to something and they have, but if they say it in a nice way, it's okay. But if they are telling a lie or saying something rude, I think it's not necessary to say it in that way. And you can always come to the person and ask for something or suggest for them to improve. some flaws, you know. So it's about the way you say as well.
Yes, I'm not perfect, and I'm don't want to make test for cent. And all right, I I do a lot of wrong things, and sometimes I'm told I'm tell a lot of bullshits. But I think that's it. It's a thermometer, I guess. If a lot of people told bad things about you, maybe you can correct your mistakes, I guess.
Yeah, totally.
Thank you.
Camila, do you want to say something?
Sorry, I'm a little lost. You were already in question number 2?
No, it's because sometimes the questions mix a little.
Okay.
But it's okay. I thought you'd like to say something. Can you read the next question and answer?
Number
it,
2?
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you deal with criticism? I don't know how to say this word, criticism.
Criticism, like it's a them at the end.
Criticism.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna answer this. I think, like Charles said, if there are many people talking the same thing about you, then you can make a self-evaluation and think if you are doing something wrong and if you are acting bad or things like that. But if it's just only one person and it's a person that you don't know, you don't have to care about it. But for myself, especially, I am the biggest criticism person about myself. So I always have to deal with my mind and like sabotaging myself always. So I'm always have to say that I am good, I am doing good things, and I have to deal in a different way about the criticism. That's it.
Perfect. I really liked your answer because you brought something about ourselves, not only the other people's opinion. Even though today we're talking about the other people, but it's something that is related to our life, right? So for me, the way I deal it depends, especially talking about work. I think I'm more humble to take this criticism because it's important for me to do my best and to get the goals to help the company I'm working in. So I don't think I should act like someone who knows everything because I don't, you know. And if I have this chance to improve, if I have good advice from people who are at a higher level, who have more knowledge than me, I don't see why I shouldn't take this chance to learn. So it's really important to know which people inspire you in some way, and you can take that people's advice and criticism to grow. You know, that's what I think. And you, Fernanda?
Sometimes, sometimes I deal well with criticisms, but sometimes I don't, I don't like.
Yeah, it's hard to deal, especially if not feeling so confident about yourself and you have this criticism, it can help you to
Yes.
feel even worse. Yeah. Can you choose the next person?
Charles, you can
Oh,
answer.
thank you, Fernanda. Oh, I think I start answering this question in the next answer. But I used to pay attention for everything that other person or people told about me. And I really like this because I think I'm a little like Camila, self pressure, self cobrança. I don't know how I can say this. Self cobrança. It's a mix, and I pay attention, and I try to correct my mistakes. All right, but it's this don't affect me in the wrong way. All right, I receive the criticism and I try to become better. But obviously, we need to filter some things because the most part of the things that people told about you, it's a bullshit, I guess. I don't know, this word it's so hard for use here, but that's it, bullshit. Right? I can use this.
I don't
Yes.
think, I think so. I think I've
Jeffrey.
already used it at some point as well, so
All right.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's not
It's because when we don't mind well the language, maybe you use a word so strong for the moment. But I think it's not too bad. Jeffrey,
Yeah,
you
that's
can.
good.
Is it a second question? I don't know
Yeah.
what happened here, but I cannot see the question in the screen, on the screen.
Okay, I can post it again. Can you see it now?
Yeah. So, how do you deal with criticism? Normally, I deal well, I think. If the criticism happened in a workplace, I think I usually think better about what I heard about me, or about I have done in my work, in order to get in better in another moment. Yeah, that's it.
Okay, thanks for sharing. I see you're talking about the workplace, and I think we agreed a little on this topic, on this question actually. How about you, Thiago?
It depends. Depends on the criticism. If it's a constructive criticism, no big deal. I'll always listening this criticism. But in another way, if it's a bad criticism, I don't care. I don't care because I'm already 40 years old. I'm not a child. I'm not a teenager. And not always the person or people care about us unless our family, my wife, my parents. Then generally, if it's a bad criticism, I don't care. That's right.
Yeah, we learn the difference through life. We can learn the difference between bad and good criticism.
Sure,
Especially if the person isn't so close to us, it's that person who just wants to, like, I'm just being honest with you, but most of the times they are not being honest, just rude, you know. So
yes, it's a little bit difficult sometimes to understand and to believe in these people.
I totally understand. I got you. Guys, we're gonna move to the next question now, okay? Question number 3. Charles, can you read the question 3?
Yes. Care about what other people think and you will always be the prisoner. Have you ever felt that way? No, I think we can become a prisoner if you pay too much attention with other people think about you. Yes, definitely. I think you will become a prisoner. And I already know people live in this way. But no, it's not work for me because I have a strong personality and I don't care about opinions. And let me confess something about my life. I choose live away from my family because sometimes family make bad influence about your life, and that's it. I'm not caring. I'm free and I like to do my choose. I realize my choose, I guess. That's it. Fernanda, can you?
1 minute, guys, because my mother is calling me. 1 minute.
I will jump Thiago, and before you can answer, okay?
Yes,
Thiago,
thank
can
you.
Okay, I'm alone in my home. In this moment, it's too difficult when my child always call, father. Well, about the question number 3, no, I'm not used to speak with other people about my personal life. It's too difficult because not always you can believe in these people or in this person. Sometimes there's inside in my family person who didn't believe in us, like aunt, being sorry, I forget the word. Mother-in-law. I think I forget the word. What I want to say is that sometimes inside in the family used to there's a person who doesn't believe in us, and this person can be everyone, aunt, father, maybe father. It's too difficult to agree, to understand some situations.
Yeah, it's just like Charles said about your family. It's isn't always there for you. It's not they always support you. They may also have opinions, bad opinions about you or discourage you somehow. And I'm gonna give my answer. I'd say I felt a little like a prisoner. I don't know. Maybe when I was younger, because yeah, but when you are a teenager, it's natural for your parents to control a lot, in your life. Uh, but now I feel like I'm finding what I really want to do with my life, so I don't feel like a prisoner anymore. Sure, there are things I disagree with my mother, with my father, and that's okay. We don't have to think the same way. But right now I'm looking for new opportunities to work in. And sometimes I see this criticism and it affects me a little, not about my parents, but about my uncles and aunts, because they all have this career. They made they have a public job, and in Brazil, this is something that is really people appreciate a lot because it's more stable. At some point, we have better salaries and all these kind of things. And if you say in my family you don't want to take a public job, it's something that maybe you may be not really accepted because of that, because you should have a public job and all these things, you know. But you know, you have to choose what's better for you, and hope you can achieve your dreams and work for your life goals. That's what I think. And you, Jeffrey?
Care about what other people think. No. Okay. I don't care about much. If I ever felt no. Maybe I felt it's when I was a teenager, but nowadays no, I don't feel that way.
Nowadays, you feel free as a boy.
Yeah, I feel this.
It's really good to be an adult because of your freedom, right? That's the good part. Let me just check, guys. Fernanda, are you back? I don't think so. So I'm gonna choose the next question for us to speak. Let me change a little because the questions are a little similar, in my opinion. Let me skip question number 4. Okay, thinking further about questions, do you think that social media contributes to this, to us feeling the pressure about someone else's opinions? What do you think about the canceling culture over the internet? So people are always being noisy and saying, "Oh, you should do this, you shouldn't do that," you know. So it's really, it can be toxic even at some points. And I don't have a complete opinion, like an opinion about it, but maybe I'd say social media, it's everywhere. It impacts our lives in many ways because we have these influences of about how we should dress, how we should behave, because people who are successful, for example, people who are successful wake up at I don't know, 5 a.m. and you should wake up at 5 a.m. even though you don't work so well in the morning, because people, you know, I don't, what I'm trying to mean is that we can't apply what works for one person to everyone. And sometimes when I'm accessing social media, I have this impression like people are trying to be all the same, not only talking about behavior, but about the features, physical features even, because we have all these filters and these procedures people do to lose weight, to look more thin, you know. So it's really important for us to know ourselves well and to love the person we are, because we shouldn't compare to others the whole time. It's something that can be harmful for us, I'd say. And Fernanda is back. I'd like to
Yes, I'm
hear
back.
I'd like to hear your answer about question number 3. Have you ever felt like a prisoner because of other people's opinions?
No, I don't, because for me, sometimes people say, bad things just for hurt the people, other people's feelings, and I don't care. I never feel that way.
That's great. So Fernanda, now we are doing question number 9 because the questions were a little similar. So I'd like to, I changed the order a little so you can discuss another point of view besides of if we care or not about other people's opinions. So I'm gonna ask Charles now. What do you think about social media and how do we deal with this?
Yes, yes. Thank you for choosing me. Yes, I guess social media it's a cancer for our currently generation, and this question room away in this direction, I guess. Unfortunately, social media affect all aspects about our teenagers, and I guess nowadays the young people feel more pressure because the social media, and that's it. Definitively, I think have a bad impact in our lives, because when affect the new generation, affect my generation too. I have two daughters, and maybe it's will affect them. That's it, I guess.
Yeah, it's
What do
our
you think
future,
about?
right?
Oh, sorry, Sarah. Keep
I was
continuing.
just saying it's our future. So if it, like you said, affects the younger generation, it affects us as a society.
Yes, yes, that's it. Ciao, can you share your opinion with us?
Sure, sure. I think this matter is a touch matter because on the social media, always not always it is a good place to be, and mainly for for teenagers. Unfortunately, is very common to hear about suicide and when about teenagers child. It's a bad thing, and absolutely the social media contribute to this. I think, in my opinion, in my humble opinion, that the parents should be pay attention on their kids, mainly when about a teenager. My kid has 7 years. At the moment, no big deal. But when about a teenager, it's very complicated. Um, some years, a couple years ago, I worked on a high school, in a high school, and there are always several students with age between 14, 16. It is very common to hear about bad things about social media, and then certainly this contributes to this problem about this matter.
I agree with you, especially when we have this chance to be around other people, and we know teenagers talk, and if I'm young, I don't have a maturity enough, I will be influenced by other people's opinions. It's more likely for me to be influenced by them. How about you, Jeffrey? What do you think about this
I agree with
question?
Tiago, and I agree 9%. I agree with Tiago and Charles. Social media is a terrible thing for kids in little kids and teenagers. Because of which, I think that parents have to cancel this culture in at home.
Do you have kids?
Kids and teenagers don't have to have access to this culture on internet.
So I'm curious, do you have kids?
No,
Okay.
I have I have no kids. I married, but
Yeah, but you can influence other people.
and my wife, me and my wife have no kids.
That's good. It's your choice, and we accept it. I was just
So
curious.
no, my choice in her choice.
Yeah, that's really important because that's a dangerous word to raise kids. So we should think a lot about this before we making this decision. So I totally understand your point as well. And you, Fernandia?
I think
Sorry.
we should hurry about, this canceling culture, because this can leave the person to, suicide and death, because some people are really, really bad, they just in the social media to how other words say criticize other people, feeling the hurt of other people. And I think we should um, hurry about that. And I agree when Tiago and Charles about, teenagers, because I I heard histories of people that make, bully with other people in my school, and this is really, really bad.
We talk more about bullying now, but it's still something really difficult to deal with, especially if you're a parent or a teacher, I'd say, because for me, I might have had some experiences with bullying, but it wasn't something that affected me that much. But there are other people who have a hard time to deal with it. So it's not because my experience wasn't that hard that I shouldn't say, oh, that's not a big thing, you know. And talking a little bit more about the canceling culture, it's like when people post a lot of bad comments online and just make someone feel bad because of some mistakes they made. I'd like to know more about your opinions because we commented a little more about social media in general, but we didn't comment this culture about people feel like they are judges at some point, you know, because someone said something that was not unacceptable in my point of view, so I'm gonna post a lot of bad things and I'm gonna tell other people to do the same thing. I'd like to know your opinions about that. Charles, can you start?
Yes. So for me, the cancel culture comes toward vem de encontro. I try to tell something more elaborate. This question about pay attention with other person talk about you. I guess you only can cancel in the internet if you pay attention in the other person, all right? In my humble opinion, I will copy Thiago. I cannot be canceled in the internet because I don't care, all right? And I think I guess our society need to think this question, because how one person can be canceled in the internet? Because they pay attention with other person think about you. Maybe this culture work for the famous people because they need a lot of attention, a lot of follows. But I don't need and I don't matter about this. So it's it's too complex. It's a tough question, and I guess we can spend all afternoon or all day discuss about this. But I cannot see sense in this culture. This culture, it's a new event in the social media, and for people that dá importância à opinião alheia. All right, that's it. I will talk in Portuguese because it's so hard. What do you think, Jeff?
It's a 9 question. 9 question. 9 question.
It's
Yeah.
about cancel culture. It's the last part of the 9.
Yeah. If kids in teenagers are in dangerous situation, it's important to parents pay attention on in these kids and promote cancel on the internet because it's space online very dangerous for them.
Yeah, it's something that it's the parents' responsibility, and as a society, we can help as well to look out for our kids to make sure they're safe, not only in the physical environment, but the online environment can be very dangerous. I totally agree. And you, Thiago, what do you think about this canceling culture?
It's unfortunately is a bad thing. In my book, the worst thing on the social media are the racism, the xenophobia. I think it's xenophobia when someone doesn't like people from other country. I think it's xenophobia. Overweight, obesity in general, in people in general, in kids, women, men. I think these 3 topics are the main worst thing on the social media. These topics contribute a lot on the social media about debates with people who boast, who think understand everything. When I don't know about something, about some matter, I go on a honest web page, try to understand the matter, the question, and that is I don't stay on the social media typing, writing things because I know, because I have no I'm not sure about that question, and maybe I avoid some matters, some questions, because I don't want to have a problem for me.
Yeah, it's not just because we know about something that we should comment.
Yes. People in general nowadays thinks they know everything about politics, about some touch matters such as racism and so on.
Yeah, I'd say this culture, it can be helpful when
Yes.
people learn a little about their mistakes. Like you should, you shouldn't talk. You learn you shouldn't talk in a certain way, not because people don't like the way you talk, but because you're maybe really making a mistake. So people can be conscious about the mistakes they're making because other people are trying to help. But if these people just judge, it can be, I don't think it will do something good for this person won't improve. This person will just maybe disappear from social media for a while and then come back and probably make the same mistake again because they are not feeling bad. They just needed that time to cool off, to make people forget, because people forget so hard, so fast online. People are angry today, and from 10 days from now, maybe they will be forget about something. So people, like Charles said, that's these people, famous people, influencers, people who need attention in general. They know how the internet works, so they will wait for the people to calm down, and they will come back. Probably they won't change necessarily. So guys, I'm gonna bring the other people back now. It was a pleasure being here with you. I hope you enjoyed this conversation. Okay, just a second. Okay, so we have 60 seconds. Fernanda, I didn't cut you off. It's because you kind of answered this question, okay? I hope you don't mind, about the canceling culture, okay?
Okay.
We're gonna see everyone back now. And I'm gonna check with the guys how was the meeting in the other rooms.
Can you repeat, please? I can.
Okay, I just said about we are gonna meet the people again because we have 10 more minutes to go to finish this meeting.
Okay.
In 14 seconds, people will be back here. I want to thank you guys for being here today. I hope you learned something new or just had fun. It's the most important. It's always a pleasure. So people are back. Thank you, Melissa, for helping me. I wanna check with you guys how it was the conversation.
Hello.
Hello. Let me see someone who wasn't in my room. Katya, how it was the conversation for you?
Was good. And we talk a lot. And sometimes it's difficult to select what critic is good and what critic will be improve ourselves and what critic is not good listening to.
Yeah, we discussed something similar to you, because we should be able to know when someone has good intentions and when it's just a criticism, a bad criticism, as you said.
What is a critic or a matter of opinion?
Yeah,
a matter
exactly.
of opinion.
Yeah, that's perfect. Thank you, Katya. I'm gonna check with Lidiane now. I have a question for you, okay? I'd like you to answer question number 7. Why do you think people usually worry about others' opinions?
I guess it's a question of low security, if I could say that. The person is not right about who she is and what's her mission. When she doesn't have this so clear in mind, there is a space that can be filled by the other people's opinion.
It's a really good answer. We have to know ourselves in order to not always be waiting for someone else to tell us what to do, how to think. I totally see your point. Melissa, I have a question for you. You're
Yes.
quiet, so I wanted to talk a little. I'm kidding. Question number 5. How can you be authentic and your true self instead of trying to please everybody? That's a tough one.
Yes, I think there was a very strong argument in our room that is exactly what Lydian said. This idea of you need, first of all, to know yourself. You need to be aware of yourself, your values, who you are, you know, to be confident so you can place yourself to other people. And I think that's the key, you know, to know yourself, to know your real mission, as Lydian said. And everybody in our room said the same. Know who you are, know what you are doing. So if you know, you keep that. You place yourself in front of the others, you know your place, you know what you are doing. So you are confident enough to be authentic, you know, and this way you are not worried about, I need to please this guy or that girl, you know, it doesn't cross your mind because you are okay. You have peace of mind with what you are doing, you know yourself. So you know you are doing the best, what you are doing is good. You don't worry about pleasing others. I think that's the key.
I couldn't have said better. That it sounds like the conversation was really great in the other room.
Yes,
I was with Thiago, Jeffrey, Charles, and Fernanda. Fernanda is here. And we had someone else, but the person isn't here. Guys, I posted here the link to 3 links. The first link is for you to get more information on TNT. You can go to the website to have material, for example. And the second one is the feedback, the survey link, as usual. I posted here for you to give us your feedback. And I'm gonna post here the third link. It's the YouTube link, so you can see the conversation, you can see yourself speaking. And I think that's really good for us to know how we can improve, right? So I wanna thank you guys for being here with me today. I think we have time for one more question. Let me see why I didn't answer. I didn't ask any question yet. Alex, are you there? Oh, I don't think so. I'm gonna ask Thiago, question number 6. What is right for somebody else cannot be right for you? Maybe completely wrong for you. Do you agree with that?
Wait a minute, please. Number 6, what is right for somebody else may be completely wrong for you. Do you agree with it? Yeah, yes, I agree. On such a situation, can be about some matter that I don't agree, I never don't agree. That can be some people agree because for example, I don't like to talk about politics because it's a touchy matter, and sometimes or always there's a bad arguing about this. Maybe it's difficult to understand others' opinion. Maybe it's when about politics, it's always some bad discussion, and therefore in this case it's a kind of matter I don't like to talk about. And about this question, I don't know in English, vai de encontro. I not used to speak with this kind of matter.
That's okay. That's a good answer. I think you mentioned something about politics, and especially this year because we're gonna have elections, and it can become
it's too difficult to speak, to talk about when about the politics.
I have the same opinion, guys. So that's it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed today's conversation. Melissa,
Yes,
thank you so
for
much
everyone.
for helping me. And I hope you guys keep coming to TNT. Luana will be here next week, and you can schedule other meetings as well, okay? Don't forget to give your feedback on survey. That's it. Goodbye.
Thank you, Sarah. Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you guys from the room, Katia, Alex, Lidiane. Thank you all. I love it. Thank you.
Thank you